Now, Arc Raiders released 3 months ago, but it is already clear that the game has a cheating problem. And if Embark doesn't slam the brakes on this now, we're going to watch the exact same disaster we lived through with Destiny 2. So today I'm breaking down what's really happening with cheaters, how Destiny 2 became a warning story, and what Arc Raiders has to do differently before this game gets ruined for good. Arc Raiders is one of the most exciting new shooters we've had in years, and cheaters are already trying to kill it, and I'm not exaggerating. We're seeing aimbots, wall hacks, all the usual garbage popping up in lobbies. And if all this feels very familiar, it should, because we definitely watched the exact same pattern happen in Destiny 2. Now, Arc Raiders is made by Embark, Destiny 2 is made by Bungie, different studios, but the same threat. So today we're breaking down what cheaters are doing in Arc Raiders right now, what Destiny 2 did wrong, and what Embark has to learn if they don't want the game to die before it even peaks. So if you're tired of live service shooters getting ruined from the inside, hit that like button and let's talk about it. Well, let's start with what players are actually seeing currently in Arc Raiders. You've got players getting snapped across the map by perfect tracking. You've got dudes pre-aiming through walls like they got X-ray goggles. You've got destruction runs ruined by someone who just beams the entire squad with 0 recoil, 0 misses, and it's not just randoms complaining. Big creators and streamers have already talked about running into multiple cheaters in single sessions. This is early on in the game's life, and that's the scary part. So when people are already searching gaming terms like Arc Raiders cheaters, Arc Raiders cheats, and Arc Raiders hack, you know the problem is real and growing. Once that reputation sets in, like, oh yeah, that game is full of cheaters, it's almost impossible to shake. And let me tell you why this is so dangerous for a game like Arc Raiders. Because Arc Raiders lives and dies on trust. Trust that when you drop in with your squad, your skill actually matters. Trust that when you push and extract, you lost because the other team played better, not because their hacks did the work. So in a PvPvE extraction style game, one cheater doesn't just ruin one fight, they ruin the entire run. Your time, your loot, your mood is gone. And that's the type of stuff that makes people uninstall the game, not just complain. And that's exactly how live service games quietly bleed out. Not in a big drama moment, but from 1,000 bad matches. Let's talk about why I keep bringing up Destiny 2. Because Destiny 2 is a perfect example of what happens when cheating is treated like a later problem. We saw PvP go from sweaty to completely unplayable in some seasons. Aimbots, wall hacks, win trading, people hitting flawless over 100 times with blatantly dirty accounts, day 1 raids with suspicious fast clear times. We're talking about teams finishing in just minutes when legit teams were grinding for hours. Now, to their credit, Bungie did respond eventually. Lawsuits, ban waves, statements. But here's the thing. By the time they went hard, a lot of the players had already checked out mentally. So once your community feels like cheaters can get away with it, your competitive modes stop feeling worth the effort. And Destiny 2 is still fighting that trust battle years later. But what does Embark need to do so Arc Raiders doesn't become Destiny 2, but faster? So the first thing they need to do is get visible, consistent, and fast bans. And not the cliche, we're gonna look into it and it takes you 6 months. I mean, fast bans. We banned X thousands account this week for cheating. Here's how. Second is better in-game tools. You need to make reporting cheaters easy, obvious, and satisfying. Show players that reports actually lead to action, not just a black hole. The third thing, communicate like this is a top tier priority and not just a background issue. So whenever Arc Raiders have a big update, give us a clear, quick anti-cheat status. Things like what changed, what's being monitored, what's next. Finally, don't be afraid to be too harsh. I'm talking about hardware bans, account wipes, seasonal reset if needed, because cheaters are not customers you need to protect, because the people you're actually going to be losing are the legit players who just want fair matches. However, let me tell you why I still have hope for Arc Raiders. Because the good news is Arc Raiders is still early enough that Embark could win this fight. And it's so much easier to build a reputation for cheaters get nuked instantly than to claw your way back from, yeah, that game's full of hacks. And that's why I'm making this video. not to doom posts, but to say this is a fork in the road. So if Embark learns from Destiny 2 mistakes and treat this as a day one priority, Arc Raiders could be the shooter we stick with for years. And if they don't, well, we already know how that story is gonna end. And believe me, I want Arc Raiders to win. I want a shooter that respects my time and my skill. So let me know in the comments, have you personally run into any cheaters yet? Or are you just seeing clips? Also, what would you do if you were in charge of Arc Raiders anti-cheat? And if you're into honest, no BS breakdowns of live service shooters, such as Destiny 2, Arc Raiders, Marathon, and whatever's next, hit that subscribe button because I'm not done talking about this. And if you want to see how bad things could get when a studio fumbles this stuff, go watch my Destiny 2 breakdown here. And if you do want to see my current BS breakdowns of live service shooters, I would suggest you watch this playlist next. Also, don't forget to like and sub. You guys have a great day. Peace.